Hello and welcome all. Today, let's read a beautiful story called A Bouquet of Love by Ruskin Bond. A long time ago, the British lived in India. They built houses in hill stations and lived there. One such house belonged to Miss Mackenzie, an old British woman. She lived in a cottage called the Mulberry Lodge in a hill station in India. Once a week, she went to town to buy soap, jam, butter, and a bottle of perfume. She did not have many visitors apart from the local padre, the postman, and the milkman. She had a large black cat for a pet who had bright yellow eyes. Miss Mackenzie had a beautiful garden with different flowers like marigolds, dahlias, and orchids. She knew a lot about trees, birds, and wildflowers. One day, she noticed a small boy plucking wildflowers. Miss Mackenzie was surprised to see such a young boy's love for wildflowers. "I am going to be a botanist," said the young boy. "Do you have any books on flowers?" asked Miss Mackenzie. She invited the boy to her cottage. The boy came inside a room full of furniture, books, vases, and jam jars. "What's your name?" asked Miss Mackenzie as she went through her books. "I am Anil," said the boy. Miss Mackenzie showed him Flora Himalayensis, a book on Himalayan flowers. She made some tea, and both of them spent a very nice time together learning about the flowers that grew around the hill station. Miss Mackenzie invited Anil to visit her again, but asked him not to come during school hours. Anil started visiting her every week, and both of them became very good friends. The day before the school closed for the winter vacation, Anil came to say goodbye. Miss Mackenzie gifted him the Flora Himalayensis. She always wanted to give this book to someone who would value it. Wasn't it a very lovely story? So, what was this story about? It was a story about a very nice friendship between an old lady, Miss Mackenzie, and a young boy, Anil. Miss Mackenzie lives in a cottage and loves flowers, while Anil is interested in wildflowers. So they develop a friendship by spending time together and sharing knowledge about flowers. So in the end, Miss Mackenzie gives Anil a very special book on Himalayan flowers as a gift before he goes on a winter vacation. So this shows how she valued their friendship, right? Now, let's learn some words from the story and understand their meanings. Okay, the first one is British. British, simple, a person from Great Britain. Just like this in the image, you can see. Then we have cottage. Cottage is a very small house, especially in the countryside. As is seen in the image, can you see this yellow small house? Yes, that is what a cottage looks like. And it's mostly found in the countryside. Then we have Padre. Padre is a Christian priest, and a padre looks something like this. Okay. Then we have roam. So the meaning of roam means to walk. And to walk around an area aimlessly. You don't have any aim, any destination. You're just walking around. That is what roam means. Then plucking. Plucking is to take hold of something like a flower, okay, and remove it by pulling it. So when you pluck a flower, you basically take hold of it tightly and then remove it by pulling. Okay. Okay, now it's review time, and let's see how much of the story you've understood by choosing the right answer. Let's begin. Anil wanted to be a doctor or a botanist. Okay, what is the correct answer here? What did Anil want to be? Absolutely right. Anil wanted to be a botanist. Then Miss Mackenzie's pet was a dash cat. Yellow or black? Easy. Do you remember the color of Miss Mackenzie's cat? Yes, Miss Mackenzie's pet was a black cat. Absolutely right. Both Miss Mackenzie and Anil loved talking about flowers or fruits. This is a very simple one. Yes, absolutely correct. They loved talking about flowers. Miss Mackenzie gifted the book Dash to Anil, Flora Himalayensis or The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Easy to remember because they talked about flowers, so probably what would be the correct answer here? Yes, Flora Himalayensis was the book that Miss Mackenzie gifted to Anil. Great. Well, I hope you had fun reading the story, understanding the story, and learning some words from the story. So, thank you and see you in the next session.